14% in school time, and look what's happened, 80% in the leisure zone, right? And so what did they do with the leisure zone? I'm just gonna talk on that for just a second, because the reality, I think, gets you in that mindset about what we're gonna hear about the model, is that when they did the model and they looked, it's very data driven, and you're asking young people, like, what is your environment like? Where are your protective factors? Where are your risk factors? What's affecting your behavior? And you zone in, and one of the things they found were what's happening in that leisure time, the third space, was really affecting kids' behavior. So they changed it. So and their research showed that physical activity and sports was really important for prevention. And you get that, right? When you take teenagers and you keep them like physically active, and it's good for their brains and it's good for their body and their hormones and everything else. So they created all across their municipalities these sports centers. So if you were here a month ago, we had Lassa Sirala from Finland. We talked about youth centers. Well, in Iceland, it's these sports centers. But they're open, right? They start at 5 years old and they go all the way up. Everybody plays something. There's no waiting list. There's no cuts. There is an A team that's competing for the nationals, but there's a B, a C, a D, an E, and an F. Everybody plays. So different than our reality, where in middle school, what do? We cut kids, right? Their bodies haven't even fully developed. And we're like, oh, sorry, you're not good enough at the sport because you didn't start when you were 4, and your parents didn't pay all kinds of money for you to be in the competitive league and to drive you to New Jersey for the tournaments, right? So it's the wrong message. The message in Iceland is, what's the environment we want our children to grow up in? Well, isn't that awesome? You go to school till 1:30 or 2. The bus picks you up at school. You go do your favorite physical activity, whatever it is, for a couple hours. At the end of the day, parents get out of work, right? And they pick you up. And your kid has had learning, your kid has had this activity, they've been with peers. The other key thing is their coaches are not volunteer coaches that are parents or off the street. Their coaches are trained professionals, both in the sports science as well as education and youth development. That's who's running the system, right? We push so much of our attention through the school day because it's the only place where we have all our kids. And schools are overwhelmed in a lot of cases, right? We're putting everything in. Every time we got a message, whether it's